Hi, welcome back to Joshcore. In the last episode, we got ourselves some more legendary Pokemon, which were of course Mew and Xerneas, and we also did some more base builds around here on the world. However, today's episode, I think I'm going to try to finish off the last of the advancements. In between episodes, I've been grinding closer and closer to getting more of the Vivillons. Now, for this advancement, we need to get all patterns of Vivillon. And currently, we're at 15 of 19, we're missing 4. I think I know what some of them are, and I think I know which ones we're missing. So we're almost done with that one. The only other advancements are to find ourselves a Walking Wake in another Terraden, and then also find ourselves the Sky Pillar so we can find ourselves Rayquaza. Every other cobblemon advancement requires us to be in multiplayer, such as going head to head against another person, training with another trainer, which of course we can't trade with since there's only me in this world. I did forget this one though. This one's pretty simple. We just need to make ourselves another Master Ball and craft it with a Pokerod. But other than those couple ones, that is every single cobblemon advancement completely gotten in this hardcore playthrough. So at the end of today's episode, we can officially say we're done with every single advancement. Let's first go and see if we can get ourselves some of those Vivillons. Now I've actually been catching a lot of these in between episodes with the Ultra Ball here. This is actually 2 times catch rate and helps out getting these guys a little bit more, so I'm going to bring those alongside with our journey. So the first Vivillon that we're after here says that it spawns in a taiga here, so we're just going to explore this one. It might need to be a snowy taiga so we can explore a little bit more around here. Okay, this might be the only snowy taiga in this entire area. Oh my, wait a second. No way you spawn. Wait, okay, we need to catch this, and I will do the same strategy I have been using, which is just to spam Poison Powder because it gets this guy's health lower and lower, and then just using the Ultra Ball here. Oh my gosh, and we got it already. Okay, I think we found ourselves a new one. I don't know. This looks very familiar to a type I caught earlier, but this might be a new one. I'm going to try and catch this either way. There we go. I think that was a pattern we needed because now we're 2 away. There is still yet another snowy one that we're looking for here, although I think we need a different biome. All right, I think we found ourselves another one here, which I believe is the tundra guy, so we are going to go for this guy as well. Oh yeah, and that means we only need one more type of Vivillon, and I already know where this one is. It's in the end. I don't think I've been to the end since I found it back in like episode 4, but this is the way to get to the end, and we are now in the end portal. All right, now this Vivillon in the end here actually spawns out on the end island, so we actually have to get out here and explore for a bit. Okay, and here he is, the last one. This guy's a bit of a void themed guy, very end themed, so we got to get this guy and complete our collection. This has been many days of my life going for this advancement. Not all of it I've shown on camera here, but this is the final guy. And let's see if we can finally get this guy and finish off this advancement. Is this it? Finally. And there is our advancement, True Vivillionaire. Man, that one was a grind to get. And I figure I'd show it off here because this is all of the Vivillons finally in their final resting place. They're probably just going to sit in the PC for the end of time because none of these guys are really useful. Now with the Vivillon advancement all finished up here, I want to go for the next ones, which of course is finding ourselves a Walking Wake in a Terraden, and then of course finding the Sky Pillar. Now the best way to do this, I found out, is going to ancient cities and finding the maps. This is what we did last episode to find ourselves the faraway ruins, to find ourselves Mew, and I think that's the strategy that we're going to use today. So we gotta go find some ancient cities. All right, so some time has passed here, found ourselves an ancient city. I am a bit scared, it's hardcore, but this is still my strat for always doing ancient cities, is to just fly from chest to chest, do quick loots, and see if we can find anything. So if you're flying, they can't actually detect you versus if you're walking. Here's a chest. Quick check. Enchanted golden apple. I'll take that. We're going to keep running. We're probably going to set these off. Yep, knew it. There's a chest here. I'm going to grab this and go right back to where we started. Okay, wow. Comet Shard. I didn't even know that came in Anna Jade map. And Enchanted. Okay, I'm gone. Okay, I don't know what just happened. I'm scared. I want my mom. What the hell? What's happening? All right, here's our starting spot. We're going to come here, eat. I think we're good. We made it out. So let's quickly go over what we just found. Found ourselves a Comet Shard, which is perfect for the Nether Shard. We need to make ourselves a Master Ball to combine it with the Pokerod either way for that advancement. Enchanted golden apple. Why not? Add it to the collection. And then a Jade map. What does that do? Is that going to be a location of the Sky Pillar? Pretty cool. All right, but according to this advancement, it says to bring a Jade Orb to the top of the Sky Pillar and meet Rayquaza, which is useless because we have a map to the Sky Pillar, but we don't actually have ourselves a Jade Orb, which I think can only be found in an ancient city, so I think we actually have to go back here. All right, we just found ourselves a Jade Orb inside of this chest here, and I think there's a warden like right near me, but there's no Shriekers over here, so I'm actually kind of fine. Just go back out where we came from. All right, guys, you're not going to believe this luck. I'm flying away from the ancient city here, and I'm seeing this thing. This does not look natural at all in the game of Minecraft. This is 1000% a common thing. I think this might be the Terraden that has the Walking Wake. Burrow into here. We might actually be able to get ourselves another legendary Pokemon. Like, look at this. This thing's infested with Skulk on its own from the ancient city, but I think this is going to spawn ourselves another guy. There's a chest near at the very least with its own Comet Shards. We can make ourselves another Master Ball if we want. Okay, whoa. Ancient Seas. There is... Jeez, okay. We need to get this Walking Wake. Now, when we went for Iron Leaves, it was actually pretty simple. The Mew was a little bit more dangerous. We had to use our Master Ball there, but let's see if it will work with just the normal Pokeballs for now. All right, there goes our Onion Turtle. There we go. Got him. Shout out the shiny Embryon from last episode. Waffles has done it. Went through a lot of Pokemon to get that guy, but there we go. The Walking Wake has been captured. Another legendary Pokemon added to the collection. All right, so we're back at the base now where we have the Walking Wake in our collection. That is another legendary Pokemon added here, which is awesome. Not to mention we got ourselves the Jade Map and the Jade Orb, which are going to be used to help find ourselves the Sky Pillar, capture Rayquaza. The thing I want to do beforehand is actually use our leftover Comet Shards here and make ourselves another Master Ball. You see, going to be a guaranteed catch when we go for Rayquaza, so we don't have to stress about missing with the normal Pokeballs, which I was kind of doing when we were in our battle with the Walking Wake. So luckily for us, we actually do have ourselves a couple Netherite ingots left over, and we have plenty of Comet Shards, which can be used in place of Nether Stars. Let's craft ourselves another Master Ball. I need some Chokers, Comet Shards, and Netherite to make it right here. So we actually have enough to make ourselves 2. So let's do that. 2 Master Balls. Awesome. So one can actually be used to catch the Rayquaza, and the other one we actually have to put on our Pokérod here. Oh, but first we actually have to get this normal Pokeball off of it. Did a battle, and the Pokérod still stayed with the Pokeball attached. I think we need to make ourselves another Pokérod. Besides, we have plenty of smithing templates for the Pokérod upgrades. We're going to make ourselves another fishing rod and apply the smithing template to it. But this time, we're going to add a Master Ball as the bobber because we're going to get ourselves an advancement right here. Oh man, masterful dedication. Which means out of all the possible Cobblemon advancements that we can get in this world, there are only 2 missing. That is the Sky Pillar and the Rayquaza. Let's hunt for Rayquaza. All right, let's use this Jade Map. We got to go north and east. Journey was long and arduous. That was a like 10,000 block fly, but here we go. Now we have to bring the Jade Orb, which we have. I don't know if we need to be holding it or what. Sounds like there's stuff inside. This might be a fun little adventure in itself. Oh, here we go. Oh boy. Okay, well those guys are gone now. Hello? Okay, Tower of Legend. There is the advancement because of course we've entered the Sky Pillar here. All right, I made my way to the top here, I think. So I assume if we bring out the Jade Orb here, maybe this is what triggers it. Oh, we did trigger it. Okay, let's just use our Master Ball on this. I don't even think we need to enter a battle, but let's get this guy's name, Rayquaza. There he is. Let's go straight for the catch. Throw our Master Ball, and this should be an instant catch, which should be our final advancement in the game of Cobblemon. We've finished our goal of getting every single Cobblemon advancement in Joshcore. Actually, no, the catch wasn't even needed. I just wanted the catch. We actually got all the advancements when we triggered the spawning of Rayquaza there, but there we go. That is every single advancement in Cobblemon that we can get obtained in Hardcore. This was an amazing journey. Let's get back to the base. And there's my shulker box that I left here like an idiot. Man, it had all of my brushes in there. Would have been cool to kind of sweep up some of that stuff and see what it was about. All right, we're back at the base here with every single legendary Pokemon we got. We got Mew on our shoulder. We have ourselves Iron Leaves, Xerneas, Walking Wake, and of course Rayquaza, which by the way, this is my first time really looking at him at the base here outside of his Pokeball. This is such a cool Pokemon. Another one of my favorites. I even decided to take the time to frame the Jade Map and some of the other artifacts that we found on our journeys today, because now we are officially done with every single advancement in Cobblemon. We're finished with the base. I would say that we're almost completely done with everything I wanted to do in the world of Cobblemon here. Joshcore Season 2 has been a roaring success. I think with that, I'm going to call an episode for today. If you guys liked this video, leave it a like, and if you really liked it, make sure to subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more.